They don't see the war inside you, but one day, they'll feel the empire you built in silence. There was a boy, just a face in the crowd, quiet, unnoticed, invisible. But there appeared a storm in the stillness. He didn't talk about his pain, not because he didn't feel it, but because no one ever really listened when he did. He learned early that people Dante care about your wounds, unless they can turn them into a story they can use. So he kept them buried, and when the world turned its back, he turned inward. Because that's where real warriors are made, the silence no one else can handle. The world tells you to be loud, but the ones who move mountains often say nothing at all. He watched others rise. People with louder voices, smoother words, faster paths, while he stayed in the shadows, wondering if he was built for anything more than struggle. But pain, when left alone long enough, starts to grow roots. Now he wasn't just fueled by pain, he was driven by vision. He had tasted purpose. This wasn't about proving people wrong anymore. This was about proving himself right. Right about his worth. Right about his future. Right about the voice inside that whispered, "You were made for more." People laughed behind his back. But while they laughed, he learned. While they mocked, he mastered. Because he knew one truth no one talks about. Success ISNT found in inspiration, S found in repetition. Doing the boring work, fighting the same demons daily, peering despite your soul's fatigue. Most people won't discuss that grind. That's the mindset of significant achievers. They understood something crucial. Not everyone will get it, and that's okay. Because the most successful people on this planet, the legends, the ones we write books about, they were all doubted, ignored, misunderstood. You don't need anyone's permission to rise. You don't need approval to start. What you need is already within you. The fire, the grit, the constant mindset that separates something exceptional from the ordinary. You were meant to walk through fire and come out forged, not burned. You were meant to become something this world has never seen before. And it begins when you stop waiting for someone to understand your pain, to build your pain, to build your purpose. Because this world doesn't need more noise, it needs more warriors. Quiet, relentless, focused, fearless. He didn't cry for attention. He didn't wait for applause. Because he knew when the results come, the silence will explain everything. Before they were celebrated, they were isolated. Before the praise came silence. Before the winds came long nights no one saw. And in that lonely soil, he found something more powerful than motivation. He found his mindset. Now, when people see him, they don't ask where he went. They ask how he became that, but they'll never understand. Because they weren't there in the moments that mattered. The nights he cried without a sound, the mornings he trained without energy, the days he fought back tears just to move 1 inch closer to his dream. That's the cost of greatness. That's the price of self-belief. Not the kind you read in books. It's not the ones they sell in seminars. The most patient, the most unshakable. While others sought attention, he built endurance. While they needed crowds, he trained alone. Not for fame, not for applause, but because he refused to leave this life without becoming who he knew he could be. He didn't care about being liked, he cared about being legendary. But the kind forged in darkness, discipline, and the decision to keep going even when no one claps. Significant achievers are never chosen. They're forged in places most people run from. He stopped asking people to understand his journey. Not supposed to. They weren't built to carry what he carried. While they sleep, you train. While they party, you plan. While they laugh, you build. He started to see it clearly. Success doesn't chase the loudest. It finds the most consistent. Mindset ISNT something you flip on when you feel good. It's who you become when life goes silent. There were days he felt empty, numb, worn out. But even then, he didn't stop. For more videos, hit that like button. Follow and subscribe to this channel. What differences among ordinary and extraordinary is the thing you decide to do whenever nobody is watching? His friends didn't understand. Family questioned his choices. You won't rise because everything becomes easier. You rise when your resolve grows harder to break. He built habits. He killed distractions. He turned pain into fuel, doubt into fire, and solitude into strategy. He didn't post about his progress. A quiet mind, a focused heart, a life no one saw coming. He became unrecognizable, not because he changed for the world, but because he changed in spite of it. Furthermore, nobody will appear to live in it for you. So to you, the one watching the Sith, you're walking your path alone. You're struggling in silence. If you've been waiting for someone to believe in you, this be your sign. Silence doesn't mean weak. It means focused. It means ready. It means unstoppable. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to rise quietly and conquer loudly. Now, if you felt this in your bones, don't just watch Rise with us. Hit the LIKE button and bell icon to show you're redone with the noise and committed to becoming unstoppable. And make sure you subscribe to Mind Wisdom, because the next video might be the one that changes your life, and to never miss your moment of fire, clarity, and growth. You're not here by accident. You're here because this is your time. Welcome to Mind Wisdom, where silence becomes your greatest weapon and your mindset becomes your legacy.